Hey yo, what's up guys? It's Mario Day today. Hopefully there's no problems with uploading this video and it actually goes up on Mario Day, March 10th, because MAR10. Mario. And for the past 3 years, I've done top 10 lists for Mario. There's top 10 Mario games, top 10 Mario characters, and top 10 forgotten Mario characters. So, this time I'm doing top 10 Mario cameos. So, like, when Mario cameos in, like, you know, other games that aren't Mario games. Now, these can be any game, really, as long as it's not a Mario game. Or, some of these others. I'm not including anything that has Mario in the title. Right, okay. I'm also not going to include any crossovers between Mario and another franchise. Like, let's say, Super Smash Brothers, or fucking Fortune Street, which I forgot existed before I went to go research this video. I'm also not gonna include any time where Mario was playable, so that does rule out Minecraft, Just Dance, and SSX On Tour and NBA Street V3. Yeah, Mario is a playable character in those last two. I'm not kidding. These are strictly Mario cameos, so that's that. Anyways, guys, let's get started. But before you do that, you know what to do. Be sure to like this video, subscribe if you're new, turn on notifications, and leave a comment. You'll be a little subscriber.
I wanted to give to you, in the last part of your notes here, the significance spiritually of the number 10.
You guys remember the Super Scope as something other than that item in Smash? It was actually a peripheral for the SNES, which was kind of like the NES light gun, but also not really. And it came with a game called Super Scope 6, which is a rail shooter where you shoot rockets and other stuff in the air. Yeah, it's actually a pretty fun game, not gonna lie. It also has many different mini games, one of them being Laser Blazer. In Type A, you can occasionally see Mario as well as Lemmy Koopa flying around in the back. I couldn't find any footage of this cameo, so you're gonna have to deal with this image I found here. But it's a cool little cameo that is just so minor and minuscule, but it's the type of cameo I really like. Kicks is a game. It's practically a drawing game, but you have to try not to get hit. I don't know, it's what you see here is pretty much what you get, although it is actually a pretty fun game. And you also have to consider the fact that it was originally on arcade systems, the Atari 5200, the Atari 8-bit computer, Amiga, Apple II, Lynx, Commodore 64, MS-DOS, NES, and Game Boy. We're going to look at the Game Boy game, as when you finish, whether you get a game over or you finish every level, and you view your high score. When you view your high score, you see Mario in a sombrero with the guitar playing some music. Hey, I forgot to mention that Mario and Luigi appear in the 2-player mode, and hopefully that doesn't count as being able to play as them. Okay, back to your regularly scheduled programming. It's not much, as you're literally just watching Mario dressed as a Mexican playing music while staring at a crow on a cactus. But it's cool that we got Mario in here at all.
So I'm going to be giving this flavor 8.5 out of 10 scoops.
Animal Crossing is such an awesome series. You got cute little characters like animals acting and living like human beings. There hasn't been a bad game either. Okay, well... Alright, fine. But no mainline entrants are bad. And one cool thing about the games is that they all include many Nintendo references. Pretty much, you can dress yourself up as certain Nintendo characters, as well as be able to decorate your room with Nintendo items like the Blue Falcon from F-Zero or the R-Wing from Star Fox. And even in the GameCube version, you get to play certain NES games. And while on the subject of the GameCube version, one thing you can decorate your room with is a golden Mario statue, as well as a silver Luigi statue. Unlike the previous two entries, this is purely just an item to decorate your room with. But it's this high, or at least higher than the other two, because Animal Crossing goes crazy with its Nintendo references. Interested to see what New Horizons has.
36.
Very close, but that's not it. Let's go to Gary the Retard. What number between 2 and 4?
7.
Pilot Wings is a cool little series from Nintendo where you fly planes, and it's cool. It was present on the SNES, N64, and 3DS. I feel like everyone forgets about that last one, but we're not gonna talk about that one. Just felt like bringing it up. The one we're going to talk about is Pilot Wings 64, as Mario kinda makes a cameo as a head on Mount Rushmore. It's actually pretty funny, as this might say something in other Nintendo games like Pilot Wings. Something like Mario is a hero, a legend that gave his life to save millions, and his head goes on Mount Rushmore. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Either way, this one gets extra points just because of the humor and how funny it is.
Okay, Mrs. Puff, what's my final score?
6.
Woo!
Okay, other than Mario, what's the second biggest Nintendo franchise? Okay, other than Pokemon as well. Zelda. Let's look at two of the best Zelda games, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. There's a character named the Happy Mask Salesman, and you look at him in Majora's Mask. You notice something? Yup, you might want to argue that this isn't really a Mario cameo, it's more of an Easter egg, as it's not Mario himself, but just a mask of Mario. But it's on here because it's kind of a part of the design of the Happy Mask Salesman. I mean, it's part of his bag, but I couldn't find him with the Mario mask in Ocarina of Time or in Oracle of Ages, as he actually appeared in that one too. I didn't mention that earlier. But this is a nice touch in Majora's Mask.
Oh, chills. Literal chills.
It was number 5. Number 5 is my brother.
Oh my god, I forgot.
Simpsons games can be either hit or miss. Some misses include of games like Simpsons Wrestling and Simpsons Skateboarding. God, those were bad. But other hits include of Hit and Run. Wow, what a hit. It was the arcade game. And the Simpsons Game, just simply known as the Simpsons Game. And while the gameplay can be a little generic, it's the humor and the self-aware nature that makes this game a hit. So that being said, you're probably wondering, what does this have anything to do with Mario? Well, it's very simple, as the Simpsons Game is saturated with video game references, Easter eggs, and cameos like Sonic the Hedgehog, Ryu from Street Fighter, football players, probably from Madden, and of course, Mario, who looks like this. This one is this high up here because of the creativity and sense of humor within this cameo. This also isn't just someone pretending to be Mario, like this is Mario. So that's pretty funny.
7, 5. Number 4.
Look, I know we've seen Mario and Solid Snake crossover before, obviously in Super Smash Bros. But one Metal Gear Solid game I feel many people forget about is Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, which is in fact a GameCube exclusive. It's actually probably one of the best games on the GameCube, with its stealth sections and stuff like that. One strange yet cool thing in it is Mario, as well as Yoshi, making a little cameo, as you can find a figurine of them two in a lab. Look, this was before Snake was in Smash, so seeing Metal Gear crossover with Mario, that's pretty unexpected, which is why it's this high. Kirby's cool, little pink marshmallow guy who can copy anyone and anything. Throughout many Kirby games and even throughout many Mario games, there are a lot of references to each other. But in Kirby Superstar for the Super Nintendo, Kirby has a stone ability, which would also be in other games too, but specifically in this one, with his stone ability, he can turn into many different stones, and it's pretty cool. But one of the stones in Kirby Superstar you can turn into is a golden Mario. There's not much else to this one, it's just really cool how Mario is a stone that Kirby can turn into. It's actually completely random, but this might be the only cameo on the list that actually kind of helps with the gameplay. So that's a plus.
What kind of pencil do we take again?
Number 2. Take a number 2.
Looks like you took a big number 2.
Punch-Out on the NES is an awesome game, if a bit hard. You play as Little Mac, a teenage boxer from the Bronx who boxes against much bigger and more interesting men. In boxing, there is, of course, a referee. And to stay true to the sport, I mean, it's very simple, just put in a referee. Punch-Out actually does do that. But then you take a look at who the referee is. Yup, it's Mario. This one is probably Mario's most popular, or at least one of Mario's most popular cameos in any game. And it's this high because of that, and the fact that Mario is an integral part of the game, as he kinda is in control of the matches. I mean, he is the ref. This is one of the few cameos on here where Mario gets a bit of the action himself, in a way. And that's really awesome. Before we get to number 1, here are some honorable mentions. Kinda like how everyone should at least know Mario, one game I feel everyone should have played at least once in their lives is Tetris. When you think puzzle games, you should think Tetris. And if that's not what comes to mind first, I really don't know what to tell you. And while many of the iterations of Tetris have cameos from Mario characters, like in Tetris for the Game Boy or Tetris DS, my personal favorite is the ending for the NES version, where we get an appearance from Link, Samus, Pit, Donkey Kong, Bowser, Peach, Luigi, and of course Mario, who looks a little pissed this time. Not quite sure what that's all about. These are all nice little cameos, and you see Mario again, he's just annoyed. I don't quite get what happened here. Maybe he burnt the pizza. I don't know, but they're all nice little cameos from not just Mario, but a lot of Nintendo, and basically Nintendo's biggest names at the time, and that is awesome. So it comes in at number 1. So that was my list. Did you agree? Let me know in the comments below. And happy Mario Day. See you guys.